Hello.
Hey, young world. Hey, young world. Whoop, whoop, shout. It's Lydia. Whoop, whoop. Whoop, whoop. Welcome to the Woop Woop Show. Whoop, whoop. How about the winter crab? Whoop, whoop. Whoop, whoop.
Welcome to the Woop Woop Show.
Hey, young world.
10,
Whoop, shout.
9,
It's Lydia.
8,
Whoop, whoop.
7, 6, 5, 0.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Woop Woop Show. I was so missing y'all yesterday. Oh my goodness. But life throws you a curveball and you just gotta figure it out. I want to welcome everybody to the room. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to showcase other people and bring you guys along for the ride. Today on the Woop Woop Show, we have Lovelady. That's always been a tongue twister for me. Lovelady's Garden Project and more. And I'm going to bring her up for you guys. Hey, Lovelady.
Hi.
Yes, welcome. You're looking as beautiful as ever.
Thank you.
Thank you. Don't be nervous. Loosen up. Take a step. It ain't that type of show. I don't be asking no long, hard questions. For y'all who don't know, we looking at Lovelady's Garden Project and more, aka Lovelady. Now, Lovelady, I've been following your journey almost at the very, very, very beginning of both our journey. How long have you been at a YouTube channel now?
Gardening channel, probably almost 3 years, almost.
Oh, almost 3 years. Did you have another type of channel before the garden channel?
Yes, I've had channels for us music with my son.
Oh, okay. So yeah, we're gonna talk about him just a little bit too. So we're not gonna, everybody that has been following you definitely knows about Ray Wonder. He's a great kid and not kid, grown young man. All right. So what made you start a garden channel, or what made you start gardening and creating a channel to help us out?
Well, it first started out with health. I was on a health journey, and I seen someone on one of my Facebook groups that I was a member of, and it struck my curiosity because they was like they grew all their vegetables, the things they needed to continue with their health journey, and I was like, wow, you know what, that makes sense. So I had never gardened before, but I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try it, and that's what made me actually start it, and it went from there to a way of life.
Well, a way of life is definitely the way of putting it. And, our health is our wealth, they say. And how can we enjoy our wealth if we don't have our health, right? So
That's right.
We have to take care of ourselves all the time. I try to eat right, girl. I swear I be trying to eat right. I I just had a few potatoes today, but I ain't gonna have no more potatoes for a week.
You and me both.
So you started the channel. What was the first thing you grew? What was the first thing on this new journey? Did you just say, "Well, I'm gonna try this, that, and the third," or did you just go all in like I did, like a fool?
Ooh, I really went all. I thought I could do it. I went all in. I wanted to grow everything. But my first success, what I actually had success the first time around was actually basil. Basil was one of the ones that grew for me, and then came. I mean, after misspells, right after that, I was able to grow like my greens. But basil was the first thing because it was just relentless. It was hard for whatever reason. It was hard to die, I guess, during the time frame that I had started growing it. And I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't.
But hey, is a channel out now. Now it's his name is Hands in the Dirt. He always say, "Put a seed in the dirt." Put a seed in the dirt, and that's pretty much
Yeah.
what we do. We just put a seed in the dirt, and we try our hand at it. And a lot of stuff that I grow don't come up, but this ain't about me. I can make it about me easy. It's about you, and we don't have success in everything that we do. Then when you started out and you grew basil, you did you know it right away how to preserve your basil? Because I know that you preserve your basil.
No, I didn't. I mean, I was just happy something came up, really, and it was, to me, it was like a fluke. Because it seemed like I killed everything. Like, I just thought I had knew everything. I had everything set up. Man, I was over my head. And I mean, I thought everything died. And it's just like this one little green thing. I'm like, what is that? And the only thing survived in that area that I grew something or tried to grow something in was the basil. And it grew and it grew and it grew. And I didn't know how to preserve it. So, of course, just like many other people, of course, I just start YouTubing and, okay, what do I do with it now? Because I can't eat this much basil that fast. So I started watching just different YouTube people that was, and I just typed it up and just seeing how to preserve it. And I found my method that works for me, and now I love growing basil.
I can tell you now. So that's been how many years ago? I know the number, but
I mean, honestly, ooh, I want to say it was like mid to like the summer of 2019, something like
okay.
that. May. Matter of fact, it was Memorial Day of 2019 when I started growing or
So
trying to grow.
this is your third spring or summer now because it's definitely
Yeah.
hot. And it's definitely hot. I didn't even tell the people who I have in the house and where you're at and what's your grow zone. Let the people know where you at and what's your grow zone.
Well, I'm from Texas. I'm in Waco, Texas. Matter of fact, my grow zone is 8B, and someone else might say, "Well, I say 8B, baby. 8B and 8B is different. it's pretty different. I don't care what AB you say in. Trust me, we have different climates, different environments. Do not let the zone fool you at all.
With the weather changing every day and we're running into these issues and the vortexes and the heat Texas, whatever Texas we got.
Yeah.
We're going through different times. And, even for you, last week we had a sweet young lady on our channel, well, our channel, my channel, our channel. We're going to go ahead and let Naya because she be setting me up, y'all. She be doing, she the person behind all of this and getting me out the heat and setting up the ring light and putting the mic
Okay.
just right. She do all that. So the young lady from last week, she is also in Texas, but she's in Houston, Texas.
Yep.
And that's going to be totally different from Waco, Texas. I ain't even gonna begin to ask you the distance because I was talking to her about distance from certain places. She was like, "Oh, that's about 4 hours." Like 4 hours.
Yeah.
Like
I'm
if
from Houston.
Oh, your relatives and stuff are in Houston.
I'm born and raised in Houston. I've been here 13 years in Waco, and the climate is totally different. I mean, it's hot and humid in Houston, and it's just hot here in Waco, and we're just really getting some of the humidity because again, the global warming. It's really changing. It's changed a lot since I've been up here.
It has changed a lot for a lot of everybody that's out here making content. Sometimes when I'm in lives and we're talking about the different heat and the different weathers and the weathers that are going over on in Washington State and here in Columbia, there in Texas, where it
Right.
should be 100, it might be 70 somewhere where it should be. I think Lady Cheryl, she's from Mesquite, and I think she was talking about how it was like 70 degrees the other day, and she was able to get a lot done. So we have that right now, and that's understandable.
Yeah.
You a lot of you were a part of that snow. We didn't get
Mhm.
no snow here. I don't even remember no snow in Columbia, but you were a part of that snow, and I knew that that was one of your 40 questions, and your 40 question was like rain or snow, and you were like snow, and then you got your snow.
We got too much snow. It killed everything. But I can honestly say, from heat to snow, as much as I do not like to be cold or hot, it's just a thing. I'm like a springtime person. But if I had to choose at this point, it would be snow, just because I know Texas is not Vegas hot, but it's hot, And if you from Texas or lived in Texas, you really understand when they say it's hot. And it's like we go through a drought, but we don't go through the California drought where we get a lot of fires. But it's hot. You would think you was in, ooh, it's hot. That's all I can say.
Well, definitely, it's the weather is going through a thing right now here in Columbia. Like I said, I normally be outside. I tried to make it. Mm-mm, nah, I couldn't make it. I couldn't make it. What's your favorite vegetable to grow in the spring?
Greens, all the brassicas.
In
It's
the spring?
I have a lot of success with my brassicas during the fall and the spring. So when I'm transitioning from spring to summer, I would say like my bell peppers or my peppers, and even my little. I'm a big fan of the cherry tomatoes, but this year I did do something different and grew larger tomatoes, which end up being a success too. So, but for the spring, it's more like my bell peppers. I like it's just because for me, with my situation, it's just easy for me to manage. So my favorite always depend on my management system.
And that is, I'm learning that is so important. When you said that word, my manager system, you know, you can't grow everything that everyone else grows. It
No,
makes I had to learn. I had to learn. I learned that
yeah,
even I might want it, it's not going to be feasible. And when you say manage, I can understand 100% on manage in what you have.
right,
Someone look at my situation and say, oh, you can grow everywhere, but can I manage everywhere? Okay,
right.
let's not
Yeah,
get it twisted. And
bell
go ahead.
peppers, peppers. Of course, okra. If you're from the South, you love okra. Most people, average person that's from Texas, Louisiana, if you're in the South, most people love okra. I'm not saying as far as everyone loves to eat it before it's growing it. For me, okra is a thing that I can manage that I personally don't have a lot of issues with growing, but it have to be something that I can kind of walk away for a couple of days and it not die. So, and with the heat that we have, and because it's heat tolerant, so even though I've been gardening for like 2.5, almost 3 years, I'm still learning what's best for me to grow, what's too much. And I mean, I have cut my ties with certain things and just say, hey, you know what, as much as I like it, I just can't do it. I have a different water setup, so it
Yeah,
also helps, you know.
yeah. So that was going to be something that I talk about with you as well. Is that some people it has it, who whoever is in the room today, and y'all haven't had a pleasure of following Love Lady's journey. I do highly recommend it. If I have any moderators here, could you please drop her link in the description so we can gravitate over there? I also have the link in. I have the link in the description, but I would like the link in the comments. Um, but I want to talk about. See, it's two. I want to go ahead and talk about the water system. Go ahead, because you did say your water system is different from others. We have people who water by hand, but you the queen of it, honey. By hand.
I'm telling you, that's a fight I'm not winning. But okay, I personally, for those that don't know, I stay in a mobile home, and where I'm buying a mobile home, but it's not my property, my land. So not knowing when I started gardening that I did not have an outside water spigot to hook up a water hose up to. So when I first started, it was easy because I felt like it wasn't so much. My setup wasn't really big, so I could go out and take a water can and just water things. But as my skill set got better and I wanted to grow more things or different things, I realized how much it took to water that particular plant or vegetable. And I'm steady searching. I mean, to my over a year, I'm steady searching. Like, okay, I know I gotta have a water hose. Babe, look under the house. It gotta be one. Well, it's not a water spigot here. And in order for me to get one, I would have to pay out of my pocket. Now, mind you, this is not my property. So if I pay for someone to put a water spigot out for me to do my gardening, I mean, what I'm gonna do? Take it when I leave? So I'm like, oh man, okay, I gotta think of something different. So I watch so many different channels, building channels. So I'm like, okay, you know what? Let me try to do this here. I gotta figure out what can help me. Something that is removable if I decide to walk away from this property. And I started thinking, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get me an IBC tote. And that's what I did. So I did that, and I'm just thinking, okay, just let it fill up and bam. Well, it's more steps than just getting an IBC tote, especially if you're using it for watering or gardening or car washing or whatever. I mean, you have to kind of make sure that you have, and these are things I realized after I purchased the IBC tote. Because again, I'm going in this thing still brand new. Everything I'm doing is brand new. Well, I'm just thinking about it and trying to make the vision come alive. So I got the water tote, and I left the top open thinking like the water gonna fall in there and it's gonna start. Oh no, that was not working.
I'm gonna have plenty of water. I'm gonna have so much water ever.
We talking about days of water, and I'm like, this thing ain't filling up worth nothing. It's a 375 water tote, so it's pretty big. It can handle a lot of gallons of water. So I said, okay, what else can you do? How can you get this water in here? And me being as creative as I am, or try to be, I said, okay, I got to build some kind of tower to make a gutter system or something. So, I went out and last year and started, buying the stuff, and I started putting it together. And I do have a video on it for those that's curious about how I did it. And it wasn't hard to do. And it's still not perfect, but it actually, when I tell you, I'm like almost at the very top, finally, in that length of time, because I had to keep in there. So just like you will do a gutter system on your house, I ended up having to do it on that particular tower I built. I had to put the roofing on, just something so the water can slide into the gutter system and then into the tote. And just recently, my husband realized that it was a small little crack, not a crack, but a opening, I guess, around the either the drainage or the rim of the gutter. I didn't
put some duct tape on it. Put some duct tape on it.
I got tape on it now. I got tape on it now. I did that.
Put some duct tape on it.
But you know what? After everything said and done, with me just trying to do something to help myself, being able to continue to garden and water my plants, again, I say I've noticed this year, maybe like 2 2 weeks ago, we went out and I just got me a transfer pump for it. So now I can hook this up, and it's a dual side where you hook the water hose up to the tote, and then the water hose to where you want to spray it. So it's supposed to help pump. It's just like a submerging pump, but this is not a submerging pump. This is the one you can't put in the water. But yeah, so I would tell anyone before you start gardening, because when I say that, even if you're on just a small little property, your vision is going to grow. But make sure you check out all your system, do all your research first on your property, things that you would need to help you out. Now, I do believe that if I had like a water spigot, that a lot of the gardening things will be a lot easier for me, but it's not. And I'm a true believer. I work with what I have. If I can't get it right now, I just have to wait or I have to improvise. And that's what I do. I do a lot of improvisation, for myself.
Right. So, I mean, I want to say I've learned a lot from your channel as well. And when you talking about, you had to improvise. You had to create the space that you have, which you call it the she space or the she garden.
Yeah, it's my she space.
It's your she space.
Well, you know the she house. I got a she space.
I piggyback that off you because when you said that, and when you decided that you was creating this space, and if anybody's been watching her from the beginning, she came from the bottom, not almost here. And I know from talking with you in the past that your journey is not done. So if y'all want to see where she came from the ground and put that thing up, because she a scaredy cat, y'all. She's scared of bugs.
I'm scared of bugs. And you know what, my husband say, how you gonna have a garden and you scared of bugs? And not just him. I've seen that. I've watched other people's videos. Whether it was a live, whether it was a video they recorded. And I want to tell anyone that's like me that's scared of bugs, don't allow that to discourage you from growing something, because I tell my motivation is that I'm scared to starve. Okay. And I have this thing where me and my bugs have a little respect for each other. If I see them out there doing their thing, I back up and I come back. That's just what it is. If they get it, they get it. If they, but because I had my first encounter with them white fat worms, grub worms, I think that's what they're called.
Yeah, Eco ate one of them.
No. I was growing in the front of my house because I already was told that the side where I'm growing now was not growable because someone that stayed here before used to dump oil and all this different kind of stuff. I'm like, oh Lord, okay, I can't grow anything right there. So the last thing I wanted to do was grow anything in the front, because I'm like, oh, now you got strangers that's gonna pass by and just whatever. So, and we have roaming cats and dogs or whatever. So I started off with like in the kiddie pools in containers. And then later that year, my husband asked me what did I want for my birthday. And then Christmas was coming up because I'm a December baby. And I was like, oh, this is my chance to get me a elevated garden bed, so I don't have to get on the ground and all that stuff. So I took advantage of it and I got an elevated garden bed in a greenhouse. And the garden bed, I was so excited. It worked and it did well. I didn't have to do a lot of bending, but I still had like my kiddie pools that I was growing my greens in, and my big baskets. I would go to the dollar store and get like the clothes baskets and make sure they was, equipped to do what I wanted them to do. I would put hose in them and everything. Don't get me wrong, everything was flourishing. The things that I put in the ground when I had everything in the front, they did certain things did well, like the greens, the kale, they did good. But my cabbage was doing so well, but that big old thing came out of there, baby. That was it. I was done. I couldn't do it. My heart started beating so fast, like someone was like after me. And from after that, I said, what made me really, because the name of my garden, my YouTube page is Lovelady's Garden Projects and More.
Right.
And again, it started off, like I said, for my health stuff, but because I've always been a tomboyish, but as I grew into a woman, a mother, a wife, I didn't want to always be seen getting dirty, working with my hands all the time. But when push came to shove, and my husband paid like, at that time it was on sale, he paid about 80 something dollars for that raised bed that broke within like 3 or 4 months. I was like, oh no,
So look,
I started
Lovelady. So you said oh no to that because he paid a lot of money for that, and you began building your own. That's when we came into the project.
Right. I started building my own beds.
How did you even know you could handle a drill? How did you even know you could handle a saw?
Oh no, I knew I could do that. I used to do oil changes and working on cars, so I'm good. I hadn't just like on a day worked with saws and drills, but I knew I can work with this tool, that tool. So it for me, it was like, okay, you know what? It ain't nothing but to try it, because I had bought him tools for Christmas or Father's Day, and he hadn't even opened. I said, okay, we're gonna use these tools, So again, I just said, okay, you know what? I just started researching. I said, you know what? How much is it gonna cost me to build one? So I started pricing lumber and all that stuff. And one of the channels that I watched gave me an idea, and they always put the blueprints up of what they're doing, so anyone can kind of have access to building.
It's okay to tell the channel you watch. Each one teach one. They want to know. They can follow you.
I started watching this channel called Nancy and Hollis. Some people may have heard of him. And this guy, I mean, he's not a young buck. He's not an old buck. But, hey, he's very experienced with his hands and with tools. So he would build a lot of things for his garden, like elevated beds, raised beds, just on the ground level. The tables that you can sit your containers on, just different things. And it's just start giving me an idea, and he will put his blueprints up and say, I put them up for a reason. For anyone that wants to do this here, they can do it. You can tweak it how you want to do it. And I looked to see what he used, and I said, okay, you know what, let me start pricing this. And when I started pricing it, I said, well, dog, this less than what I paid for this. And then I ended up making my first 2 beds, elevated beds, for the price. Ooh, Loki scared me.
You forgot to have that dog.
But I made 2. Hold on, let me get.
Let me find out she forgot you had a new puppy. Puppy ain't been home.
We was about to end this all live, baby, because I'm finna come up out of here. Oh, shoot. Hey, I'm scared inside and outside. It doesn't matter. But what's wrong? So I mean, he ready to eat. I will eat, y'all.
Oh, look at him.
But so yeah, I started that, and once I did my first 2, I was like, it was kind of like I was relieved, because I really didn't have to get on the ground and do anything. The only thing I did leave in like my containers was like my peppers, my kale, and my greens. And I did put the cherry tomatoes in there, but I started with the containers. I started, trying different stuff to see what would work in them. And right now, I just counted. I have 11 raised beds. I have about, I'm gonna say 10, so I don't off count. And then that I built, and then 3 things that I put for my containers. And for my containers, I could put 4 containers on that container holder the way I built mine. Now it was kind of like being lazy, but I still did it. You better not bite me.
Well,
And
you did a good job. And you did a good job. If anybody has been following your journey, and if y'all could drop the link for me again, because it's all about just introducing people to small spaces.
right,
The first,
it's a
the
small
first,
space.
mhm, the first person I interviewed on the Woop Woop show was TT, who has a small space as well, and she has a small space, and then the next young lady, which was the sweet spot, she has a balcony space, and then I have you, and your space is a trailer, and you created a space offside. Do you know the measurements of your space from your trailer to that outer left?
Um,
Because you built the fence around that whole situation.
yes, it's like I would say maybe like 10 by, and I'm going by the boards, the length of the boards that we made it. Eight,
That's a,
eight, and that gate, maybe say 2 feet. So about 10 by 16, something like that. That's the width and length of it. And honestly, I was offered a brand new trailer when we start purchasing this one, and I opted out because it did not have gardening space. And anything that was going to interrupt my gardening space, I didn't want it. And it was a 2021. I was like, nah, we good, you know. So and because I really wanted that, and I mean, no, I can create whatever I want to around this trailer as long as it's decent and it's neat and it's not just thrown together. They're okay with it. But when I do put anything out here, I make sure that it's removable. So if I want to take it to wherever I'm going, once we find land, I can actually take it there and not have to start all the way over. Some things, there's only one bed that I won't be able to take with me, and that's the newer one I have, because it's actually it's a raised bed, and if I move it, by the time I get all the dirt and all that stuff, it won't be no good. That was something that someone donated, I guess you could say gifted to me, but it's not everything else that I built. It can go with me. I can empty it out and go with me, and if the right people move it, they can pick it up with the dirt still in there and just move it. It
I
just
mean, ladies' garden projects and more. You actually have a garden. You actually created your space, your washboard, your things to hold your buckets. I have not built nothing but that kitchen cover top right now. I've always said I was gonna build something, but as the pandemic happened, the price of building went up. You
yep, that's
purchased
why I
wood a
slowed down.
lot. You purchased wood a lot. Did you see the price?
Yeah. Now I that's what made me slow down, and I've been following it, and I'm starting to see certain things go down a little bit. Well, things went up, but I'm watching it now where it's slowly coming down. And trust me, my mind is like, okay, I know what I want next. I know what I want next. So until it get down to where I feel like it's affordable and it makes sense, then I probably won't build anything right now. I'm just more worried about trying to keep that the space that I'm using as weed free as possible, which is really hard because I mastered one part to keep the weeds out, but my pathway, I use the black cloth, and that's no good. So now I feel like I need to redo it and put the tarps down and then lay my pathway, because the tarps are better than the black fabric salt, weed barrier thing. So
Yeah,
it's
you
just
know, I took and was using the fabric cover too, and I've noticed in the garden out here that the grass is poofing that thing right on up. So you
yeah.
gotta I follow Angela's Busy Bee, and I asked her what was that she was using, and she told me that she was using the the roofing plastic, which is
Yes.
the same. So and it was $25. So she was able to be a helping hand to me. And that's what I want to say about, this YouTube community, this garden community. They are a
Right.
very helping hand. Someone is going to give you an idea that you never would have thought of
That's
on your
right.
own. And it's all about putting those right people in your circle to learn from. And even if you don't do it their way, you can do it your own way. Like you said,
Mhm.
the Hollis channel, they showed you the way. You like,
Mhm.
and you was able to critique it as you go and use
Mhm.
these tools as you go. And you have showed me personally that I can build if I put my mind to it. Once you fall in love with your garden and your space, it's really mind over
It's
matter.
mine. My
Those
husband told
bugs,
me. My husband told me he was he he didn't expect for me to fall in love with it the way I did. He thought it was going to be a little plant here, a little plant there. He say, but after a while, he say, "Man, she really liking this garden thing. Like,
hmm
dang, So it's and a lot of he's not a lot hands on than I am in the garden because it's my thing. But he do come out when I really need him for some things that I cannot do, and that's okay. He give me the money sometimes to purchase certain things that I want, and I'm okay with that. And if I say, "Hey, babe, I need some help," I can't reach this or whatever, and he'll come out and like he helped me finish the fence up, which was his. It was really his job because he made me tear the other one down I had in the front, and his thing was, if you're gonna put a fence up, it needs to be right. I'm gonna hook you up. So, he
hook
went
me
out.
up. Hook me
He
up.
went out and got all the stuff to get it, and that's what we did. And but like I say, he's the muscle when I can't, and now it's one of those things where I'm constant on it because I'm like, babe, I need the weed eat. You need the weed eat because I'm scared of bugs and I can only be out there now for so long because of my allergies.
Right.
So
I mean, and if anybody who's been following you, they know that you had a battle with these allergies right on. Like you couldn't even control it, y'all think Broke Farmer snort when he laughed. She would constantly be snorting and clearing up her nose. And I want to say we've been talking for almost 40 minutes, plus the time we had to set up for the show. And you sound good, girl. Them power
I'm,
them.
I'm I'm getting better. I got to get 2 shots a week, plus a special inhaler with the regular medicine, asthma medicine, and allergy medicine that I take. But and actually, right now, I'm really supposed to still wear a mask outside, no matter what I'm doing. And I have been a little hard headed because it's like, oh gosh, I feel like I can't breathe. But that was one of the things that they told me until I finished this particular series because right now everything is environmental. I haven't even been tested for like food allergies at all. He said my environmental allergies was so bad that that's like a first priority because I'm allergic to well, pretty much I'm allergic to everything.
Well,
Grass, the trees. I'm actually I found I'm allergic to plantain, and I got plantain growing in my garden. I'm like, oh Lord, so good. Thankful that it's burnt up now. So now I got to get it clean because I'm like, I mean, it's one of those things that my allergy is so bad that I have to have an EpiPen. I have to keep it with me at all time. So if I
right.
flare up or something go wrong, then I'm gonna have to jug myself and go to the hospital.
Well,
So
I think you're doing a great job. The channel is called Love Ladies Garden Projects and More. And if you guys want to learn more about ladies gardening projects and more, and see what that more is, because I already know, you know, I'm a super fan. So it's not all about me. It's you guys going on journeys with people and real people at that. It's not one way. One way. When she said Brassicas was her favorite, I knew it was gonna be her favorite, y'all. I already knew because
I love my greens.
she be when she be harvesting. I'm like, where's she getting greens from? What? Queen Ivy. Couldn't come again. She go out there and pick them little things up, come and stir fry in the kitchen for us real quick, and show us what she did to cook them up. Come back 3-4 days later, the greens don't grow all the way back, y'all. Y'all, we've been going on now about 40 minutes. It's so easy to do here on live, getting to know people and just being a part of one another. We're going to come into the chat. Any questions that you guys have that's not too personal, don't be like, girl, where you shop at for that cute hair? You know? That'll be me. Y'all go ahead and that. Y'all get ready for y'all questions. We're going to come on here, but we're going to go ahead and run a little clip on what we can expect from Lovelady's garden projects and more. So I'm going to run that clip for y'all, okay? And we're going to come back and go into the chat.
Hi guys, it's Miss Lovelady, and you're watching Lovelady's Garden Projects and more. I'm here in Texas, Central Texas, matter of fact. If you're not used to gardening, if you want to know how to garden, and you only have a limited of space, come hang with me while we go through this journey together. I'm here with my limited space, and I'm going to transform my limited space into my peaceful she space sanctuary. So come and hang out with me. Stay tuned for updates. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe, hit that like button and that notification bell so you can always know when I put up a new video. It's getting ready to rain. Some more weed barriers. Okay guys, I'm gonna try to do this video. What have I been doing? You see in the back, I did my water tower. Got to put 4 more boards to do. Make sure it's structured. And but your home dynamic is not set up like theirs. I have a home dynamic of 2. I will not be planning. I managed to come and get the supplies. So guys, this is my cannon overhaul. This is what I was able to find and pick up so far. I hope you can see it. So it is filling up. Special because we don't get it often. Accept things just for what it is. You do have true people out there that genuinely care. Or generally, I did buy some more Mike pepper. It's going. Hi, welcome to Chit Chatting with Lovelady.
All right now, we back. So who we have in the house, Lovelady? So we have Gigi, Pit Stop Kitchen and Garden. Who else do you see? Oh, he okay, back to the scene.
Yeah, Loki.
Hello, welcome, Rambunctious Gardener. Welcome. She said your raised beds are gorgeous.
Thank you so much.
All right. We have Nikki from the Everyday Life of the OCB Chick. Don't make me stutter, Nikki. Don't make me stutter. All right. And we got G Mama Grows. Welcome, G Mama. All right. We got KK from Her Healthy Home. Triple H in the house. We got Texas in the house. Look, she excited. Texas in the house. That's the sweet spot. We have Cherie. She's in the house. Welcome. We have another Texas girl up in the house. All right. Let me see. I was trying to pull up that. You guys have. We also have TT in the house. Thank you, TT.
Thank you, TT.
All right. I know Joy is here. I saw Joy. Hello, Joy. I'm in the middle of this right quick, Lovelady. If someone, let's see.
Hey,
He gonna just act up a little bit. All right. We have gardening with Bernie in the house. Welcome, gardening with Bernie. I'm up here multitasking, y'all. You can look into the chat, Love Lady, and let people know hello and thank you for being here.
Yeah, Love Lady got these contacts, and I'm trying to see now.
Oh
Hi,
yeah,
Garden Journey. Hi, Triple H, songwriter.
hey,
Angela's Loves Garden. Is that G Mama Grows?
yes,
Hi, Lady Girl. How are you doing? I love your grand angels. Hi, TT.
that's right. Get personal with the people.
Hi, Pit Stop. Tell Mr. P hi. He needs to be cooking.
Oh,
I'm looking sideways, y'all, because I got this tablet and the laptop so I can see. Because I don't know how to do this tablet thing. Hi, Nikki. Gigi.
hey,
Sweet.
Gigi.
Quit sniffing me, boy. You better not poop on me. Huh?
And yeah, I'm
Okay.
sorry. I was just trying to pin Love Lady's
Take me
message
that.
to the top, and I don't know how to do it. All right, one ten. All right, and then hold this. Well, I'm having trouble with it. I guess I'll start off doing it next time the video is running.
Sweet Spot, you say we have a lot in common, or was you talking to someone else?
I can't make it work. Y'all have a lot of common probably for. Oh, there you go. Damn. All right, I did it. All right, y'all. Yes, she probably was talking to you. She was talking to you. I have. She has a lot of crazy allergies. Yes, she do.
Yeah.
And then,
I
and
mean, this is Texas.
also,
I think it's a. I know it's allergies. Anyone can have allergies, and I know in Texas it's really really bad because it's so hot and humid, especially in Houston. One of my uncles, once he left the service, he went to Yakima, Washington, and my uncle said he'll never move back to Texas. He said his asthma and allergies have gotten so better. So he say the heat in Texas is not good for a person with allergies. So, and I'm starting to believe him. And I trust me. I think about that, but I also think about now. I want some snow, but that's some snow up there, and I'm not trying to have that.
that little question.
Okay.
It says it's from Her Healthy Home. What is your favorite thing to eat from the garden at the moment, right now? Like right now that you have growing.
Honestly, I mean, to be honest, everything, because what I've learned, everything that I've grown, and I know you probably heard it on other people's lives that's been um, doing this here even longer. Once you eat out of your garden, everything just is so unique. It have a different taste. And with me on my healthy journey, trying to constantly eat healthy because I am like type 2 diabetic. So I really have to eat as healthy as I can to keep my A1C down. But my greens, anything brassicas is always the bomb coming out my garden. Always. Um, I don't even do I used to do lettuce in the garden, but I no longer do that. I would try here and there, but it don't work for me. So I always do a salad in a bowl, and I do that inside. But now, my okra, of course, oh, amazing. Um, Again, it's like everything. Everything I've grown and I've eaten, which I've eaten everything that I've grown, is amazing.
That's
So
beautiful.
I hope that answered that.
Yeah. And sometimes it is, hard to distinguish what you really like the best because like as we grow and as we learn more and do more, you know you in your third year, you already know what you will and what you won't grow. Me, last year when I started, and you know it ain't about me. Girl, I was dropping seeds like it won't. No idea how. I don't even know what it gonna taste like, but I'm gonna try it anyway.
Now,
You
one thing
wanna try?
what surprised me, and because he never says anything. My husband, he's been bragging, and he's like, man, he say those greens, man. I'm listening to him, and I'm like, listen to his whole. He's like a salesman. He like, man, them greens is man, they something serious, man. Once you eat them greens, you ain't gonna want to eat nothing else. My you could taste the freshness. I'm looking like, oh really? Okay, well, that's how you think. And because my husband is he's a really quiet, private person, and he's not as he doesn't really like do a lot of talking to people. But I've never heard him share that about my garden or the food that he eats out my garden and to that moment. And it fluttered me. It made me feel good because he doesn't even tell me that often. So it's good to know he really feel that way.
Yeah,
And
it does. It does. Go ahead.
I see Gigi said all those chemicals make mass production, let me see, mass produce things bland. And that's the thing. I'm not gonna lie and tell anyone that I use this and that. Honestly, when I first started as a new gardener, I was trying to pick up everything people were saying because I'm learning and I don't really know. But what I've learned, for me, what works for me, I don't use anything. No pesticides. I started out trying neem oil, but I'm gonna tell you something. I don't have no water system. That's too much. I get up. I have to be to work at a certain time. I don't have time to get up before dawn and so I'm gonna go out into this garden and rinse this off and do this and do. I don't have time for that. And I just had to put in my mind, how did our grandparents do it? And my grandmother, I've watched her backyard garden, and I've never seen her having to use a pesticide. So my thing is, I don't use anything. Now I did buy this for the first time, but you see why I bought it, right?
That's Doctor Earth though, but it had all the bugs on it.
That's right. I got to get them bugs out of my life. So, but I haven't used it. I have 2 bags of it. But as far as pesticide, I don't use anything. I'm straight organic. I know to someone it's like, if it make it, it make it. If it don't, it don't. I start over. I try to plant, especially like my brassicas. I plant more, but for me, when I'm doing my brassicas, I don't have a big bug issue. And I'm knocking on wood because even though I've grown my first set of larger tomatoes this year, I have not seen a hornworm, them little green things. I ain't seen them things. That's a whole nother episode right there. My husband, I'm gonna have to send him out there to chop everything down then.
You know, um, um, Lady Cheryl was always talking about she don't never have hornworms. And her grandbaby, her grandaunt Jabria found one the other day that was in the corner where she had got overlooked or whatever, doing the different changes to the weather. She was doing things. And Bria Show found one. So we gotta be looking for that video too. I don't know if it came out today or not, but I can't see. But listen.
Who's that? At home with Cherie was asking a question.
So at home with Cherie got a question, and while we going over her question, we're gonna go ahead and get into the next part of the game. I like to call "Can you guess that image?" So you go ahead and you read Cherie's question while I get the game ready.
Okay, Cherie says you mentioned possible getting land. Would you start homesteading, raising animals also, or would you stick with fruits and vegetables? Cherie, I'm scared of bugs. I'm scared of critters. Now, I've never, ever messed with live animals. I've tried to ride a horse. I got close to that horse and them eyes scared me. But What I did say is that if I get any kind of animal, I honestly can say I would want right now is get the baby chicks and raise them because I have to start on that a little bit. I can't just get some chickens and be okay with it because I'm a little afraid of livestock, but I think if I get them when they're little, I would probably be okay with it. But I don't want like a farm. I'm not gonna tell you I want a farm. I'm not gonna lie. Um, I don't even. Right now. I can't even say I would want to expand like grow more than what I'm growing. Would I want the space to be able to have like an elevated bed here, a pathway, and then an elevator? Yes, I would love to have the space to space out and to walk around really good and don't feel like I'm in the way or bumping into something. Yes, but I'm not looking to necessarily do a homestead. Hey,
What? We gonna put her on mute because they must have heard her down. She had to get up quick to say that, baby. Lovelady had to get up quick, honey. She had to go save her little boo boo. Yeah, she came back. If he say we're gonna let her take care of him for a second. I'm watching her in the basement, y'all. I really appreciate you guys for being there. And we gonna go ahead and let her comfort him. Look at her, y'all. Y'all wanna see her comfort him? Look at her comfort him. Look at the baby.
my baby Hannah, he just 6, he just 8 weeks old.
Look, I saw you jump up. I took you off the stream, put you on mute, girl. I'm like, whoa, what's wrong with the baby?
The twins dropped him or something. He's shaking. Oh, poor baby. I'm sorry. I ain't gonna leave no more.
Oh,
okay.
They coming back to get him.
No, they not.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead into the game, and I'm glad that you okay, low key, because he like to be low key. Yeah, I mean, but that's the name of a Marvel comic.
That's Marvel.
Yeah, he got a new show out too. That's very good. Yeah. All right, so here we go. I'm gonna go ahead and split the screen for us. I'm gonna make it big for you because I know you got your contacts and stuff on.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna push play, and I'm gonna ask you, can you guess that image? Okay.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna push play and pause. Can you guess that image?
No.
Can you guess that image?
No.
Is you looking at it?
I'm looking at it. It say miss somebody.
But can you tell what the image is around it?
No.
Okay, I'm ready to go again. Can you guess that image now?
No.
Can you guess that image?
It's an apple.
It's an apple.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's an apple. So a lot of people who has been following you know that you teach with another young lady. Y'all have a class together, and it's summertime, and I know you're glad of that too. And I just want to thank you for being another person on the front line, teaching our children and helping us get back to the regular world, So thank you for all you do, Lovelady.
Thank you.
All right. You see, you like that. I'm going to send that to you so you can put it on your screen. Yes. I'm going to pull up another picture, okay? And you can take, let's see, did we have any more questions? You can say hello to a lot of the people. I thank everybody for being here. Please hit the like button. Thank you. So I'm gonna pull up another image. This one gonna be hard as that one.
Oh Lord, that was hard already.
All right, so this one is gonna be hard as that one. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it back in. And you want me to make it big?
I got two screens.
Oh, okay. So you want me to make it? Can I make it like that so we can see your expression?
That's fine.
All right. So here we go. Can you guess this image?
No.
Can you guess
Eye protectors, glasses.
safety glasses? Yes. How important is safety glasses that your husband will say?
Well, I'm the builder, so you need to put them suckers on when you're using those tools because you can have anything flying back, all kind of wood and nails. So you don't want it or dust. You don't want that in your eyes. It's bad. Please put liquid on me, little doggy.
So is it? Am I getting an echo? I'm getting any feedback? Is it okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay. So yeah, wearing your safety glasses is very important. However, one time you did show us not wearing
I
them.
did.
I'm gonna go switch the image and I'm gonna go to another image and we're gonna continue playing. Can you guess that image? Hey Joy, welcome Joy. I saw you in the beginning. I'm seeing you now because I'm in the chat. Let's
Hi,
see.
Joy.
There we go. Hold on. I gotta make sure I got it down. All right. So here we go. Let's see. Can we guess this next image? All right. Now this one may be a little hard, but I'm, I'm pretty, I'm pretty sure.
They hurt my doggy. They get away.
Think about it. I'm gonna pull this image up and we gonna guess this image, okay?
Okay.
And I don't know how to remove this. Hold on, let's do this, and then that. That's it. That's it. There we go. All right, so we got the image here, and I'm gonna go in there and push play. I have to move between screens. All right.
Hmm.
Can you guess that image? And sometimes the chat will help you. Are
No,
you
but
ready?
I think so. I think so, but no. Keep going one more time.
Go ahead. I mean, come on now. Be a first timer now. Be a first
I
timer.
wish I could. Is that you?
Nope.
Okay, keep going.
Can you
Ooh.
guess that image?
Is it a person, place, or thing?
Look here. You changed it again.
um,
You want me to reveal some more?
yeah.
Did the chat help you? Sometimes the chat will help.
No, they not helping. Oh no, baby, they hurt you. Uh,
Can you guess that image?
that is that Nikki or Garden with Joy?
Yes, it is guarded with joy.
I wanted
you,
to say her at first, but I was like, no, I don't want to be wrong.
you like it's okay to be wrong. It's okay.
No.
We not perfect. We not perfect. That was guarded with joy down there in seven. What is seven 8?
7A.
See, when I was in Richmond, Virginia, I ain't know no bro zone. All I knew was summer, fall,
Where you
spring.
going?
Well, I about to say it
You
right.
wrong.
Winter, spring, summer, and fall. I about to say it in order. Yes, that was Joy Channel. That's a real great channel. I like to always make one of my image a channel, but I always will use, and I know it threw you off because both of them have cartoon characters as
What
their.
that? And then I thought you was trying to have me guess like a vegetable or something.
Mm-mm.
You put down, baby.
All right. Let me pull up the next image. All right. I'm gonna put in the next image. All right. Boom. Boom. All right. Here we go. I'm adding it to the monitor. I'm gonna make this one big because this one is a little small. All right.
Okay.
Can you guess this image?
No.
Can you guess this image?
No. Oh, is it a bug?
Can you can you guess this image? Is it big enough for you? No, you cannot.
It's a bug, I bet.
So you want me to keep going? Because it's not a
Yes.
bug.
Oh.
Can you guess this image?
Is that my trailer?
No, it's not. It looked like it though, don't it?
Yes.
But what is the image in it then?
Girl.
If this, if this was your trailer, what would this be at? What would be the part of this trailer? All right, I already gave you a lot of hints. Here we go.
My water tower?
Can you guess this image?
An IBC toad. Girl. Look here. Nah. I had that thing way up here.
A lot of people tell me they can't see it. Let me bring it back on the screen so people can see it good. So Lovelady has one of these. This is like a double one right here.
Yeah.
She has one of these on her property. That's why she was like, "Is it my trailer?" I'm like, "Yeah." Well, if it was, no, it's not. But if it was your trailer, where would it be at? She has an IB. Say it again.
IBC toad.
Is it a P or a C?
IBC.
Oh, IBP. Look.
IBC.
IBC tote on her property, and she uses to collect water. She's talked about it here with us today. Says she's almost there to the top. She's gonna have a beautiful fall garden. She's off for the summer. I'm pretty sure she's gonna bring us along and show us how everything is growing on over there, little by little. It's been such a pleasure, a real big pleasure having you here with me. Is it okay for me to say your name?
Yeah.
It's okay having you here with me, Donna. I really enjoy you as a person. I thank you for taking the time out to come over here to the Woop Woop show and be a part of us. Is there anything you want to say about your channel or to me before heading out today?
Just Lovelady's garden projects and more. I will be filming more videos in the near future. Right now, I'm just kind of like been working from the inside to the outside, getting things prepared, but and life happens. So sometimes you have to fall back. I'm still growing. I'm just not filming. So eventually you will start seeing more videos. I won't give you an amount per week, you know, because I have to kind of start back crawling, getting back out there, getting back in there in the groove of things. And it's just about rescheduling. A lot's been going on since the pandemic. Going back into in-person teaching. Don't know how this year really is going to be. We know it's going to be in person, but just mentally prepared. And this is a shorter break that we're having this year. You know, we're only having 2 months. We're not having like that 2.5 to 3 months now. They shorten it, so it's just kind of finally catching up, getting home together, getting things together that way. So picking up a camera have not been like my first priority, but I have been still growing. I am still canning, because we forgot to talk about that. But I've been canning now, girl, getting out there. I ain't did the meat yet, but I've been canning a whole lot. So, and I have, you know, that's just a lesson you've learned through the YouTube community and the GCF community, GFC community, learning different skill sets. And that's something that I picked up earlier this year, and I've been running with it. I mean, I don't do a lot of the filming because I don't like to refilm what I've already did, but just know that more videos are to come. And I do get a chance to watch your videos, not everyone every day, but I do try to watch. I can't always comment because those that know my computer will put nothing but bees across the page. And I actually got banded out of somebody's room because it had bees and they thought I was being funny, but it's my keyboard stick. So I'm on my tablet and I'm not really keen on that.
Oh, yeah. Hey, look, and you remember that time? I think we was in Gigi's live, and somebody was it Gigi? It was. I don't remember whose time that was. And be like,
it was crops, I think. Chef Container Crops, probably.
Oh yeah, and then we were there with Gigi at the time. Then she was like, I don't know if I have a troll. I was like, no, that's somebody said, no, that's Lovelady. She ain't no troll.
But again, I apologize for that. Yeah.
She's just as sweet as she want to be too, and you are too. I thank you again. Everybody truly understand. YouTube has been a tool that each and every one of us can learn from, and we're all glad to be a part of it. We're glad for everyone stopping by today to see what's going on. If you're here from the beginning, I really appreciate you. If you came for the replay, I appreciate that too. I'm getting ready to go out here and do a garden tour and go ahead and finish up this show. Thank you again, Lovelady, for coming on the show.
You're welcome. Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you. So, guys, that was the third show, y'all. And I was just as nervous then in the beginning as I was today. When I tell y'all I am so grateful for each and every one of you being here today, taking your time out on this beautiful Tuesday. I want to go ahead and say, if you have not checked your email in a long time, please do so. I could be emailing you and requesting and asking for you to please be a guest on my show. It's all about me and you when you're here. It's all about me and you when you're here. It's really been a blessing. I'm so happy that TT gave me this idea. I'm so happy that, you know, Her Healthy Home walked me through a lot of ideas or things I can do. But other than that, it's really just me, Lydia B. Y'all see I had to come in from out that her space. Honey, it's hot out there. And I don't know if I want to invest into air conditioner right now. I might got to go make a trip to VA and get me a free AC. Y'all know who I'm talking to. I'm coming that way. Put one in the trunk. All right. So I got the wrong card. I really appreciate each and every one of you being here. I want to end this program girl, starting to sound like a real TV. I want to end this program by saying, let's build each other up. We are all doing the best that we can in life. Holla back with the window crack. Woop Woop.
Hey, Youngworld. Hey, Youngworld. Whoop, whoop, shout. It's Lydia. What?